Hi, welcome back. My name is Will, and this is Diamonds Around the World. First and foremost, if you're new, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. So I didn't feel like maneuvering things around, so I'm just going to work on my mystery canvas, as you can see. And you really don't know what it is just by looking at all this. You can see all the colors I've already added in. It's tons of different shades of brown. But I'm going to be working with 3750 right now. So how is everybody doing today? Myself, I'm doing fantastic. So yesterday was Tuesday, and my job was a little bit more productive than normal because I had to go and transfer product to another location. So I was able to do that. That was a fun drive. And the only reason I had to do that was because this product is no longer being carried at my location after our remodel is done. So I went and delivered it to another store that's going to be selling that product. So that was a yay. It was a drive. It was about a 50-minute drive. And this location is also finishing up a remodel themselves. So I got to kind of see a sneak peek of what my location will have some form of, what it's going to look like, some form of. But other than that, yeah. And then it's like, okay, I gotta get in and get out, and I totally forgot to ask the GM at that location if they had stuff that my GM wanted me to see if we could borrow. Because when I heard corporate was coming in, I'm like, I don't want to deal with corporate right now because I'm going to be dealing with them on and off over the next 6 months. So yeah, I just kind of bolted. And then I'm like, driving down the highway, I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to ask him about this. I'm like, well, let's just stop in at one of the other locations on our way and see if I can get something and get it from them. Well, let's just say the one doesn't carry it because it was hot dogs, by the way. And yes, I am single placing this just because I want to. So I stopped at the one and I talked to the GM and she said, no, we don't carry that here. You can go down and check the other location. I'm like, son of a monkey's uncle. So I'm like, okay. So I literally went like a mile down the road to the other location and talked to the manager there. We checked her freezer. Nope, she didn't have any in hers until her truck gets there today. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna get yelled at because I forgot to ask. I'm gonna have to add some wax to the tip of this pen. Actually, you know what? I might switch pens. I just got a new one. Well, it's new. New to me. I'm gonna do that actually. So, hold on, I got a cough. Okay, sorry about that. That's all I really have left is this stupid cough from being sick. So yeah, I got back to work and everybody was, oh, did you get the hot dogs? I'm like, nope, but I totally forgot to ask, so I stopped at these locations and asked, and they don't have any neither. I'm like, yeah, that was my fault. I heard corporate was coming and I bolted. boss is like, I gave you one task, one simple job to do. I'm like, I'll admit it, I forgot. I'm like, I read your text saying this person from corporate was showing up, and I'm like, I'm not staying. I bolted as soon as possible. He really wasn't mad at me. He's just like, I gave you one small job to do when you were delivering your product to transfer, and you didn't do it. I'm like, sorry. Oh, come on. This is what I hate about using new wax. Yeah, so... And by the way, this pen comes from Crafts with Crashly. It's actually one of her own pens that she created with polymer clay, and I think she sealed it with like a clear resin, and she did it by putting it over the pink pens that we get with Diamond Art Club, the old pink pens. So yeah, I'm like, I'll give this a shot, see what I think of this pen. It's not that bad, actually. Would I use it all the time? Probably not. Yeah, so after I did all that running, I did get back to work. I was there for probably 45 minutes before I had to leave to come home. When I got home, my mom had a doctor's appointment, so I had to take her to that. And then after that, it was just getting home and sitting down, eating dinner, and diamond painting. Now, I started this section last night. That's why I'm pretty far on it with colors. I'm going to try and finish it today. Well, hold on. I started this section on Monday. I'm going to try and finish it Tuesday night. And it is a little bigger than the normal 4x4 from the release papers, from the cover sheet release papers that Diamond Art Club gives us. But, yeah. There's a lot of ABs in this section, so that's going to be a fun one. But yeah, that's really all my day on Tuesday was. Diamond Art Club did drop 18 new canvases to be released today, and all Disney related. Honestly, tell you the truth, I think the only ones I would probably get would be the Aristocats, and the Olaf from Frozen. And I'd only get Olaf to give to my mom because that's her favorite character. I'm just making sure I didn't miss none of that color. I don't think I am. So yeah, I think that's probably the only ones I would honestly get. If I did get any, but I am like really strict on a low buy right now, 42, because they also redid their business Facebook cover page and stuck a little Halloween one up. So I think they're getting ready to drop Halloween kits within the next week or so. I'm like, I know what I'm looking for. Now I could zoom in and we could just work on one little section, but this is the section I'm working on, so I'm sorry if you can't see the symbols or anything. I'm trying to keep it somewhat of a mystery as much as I possibly can. Unless if you see all my month in review for August, then you know what it is. But like I said, I'm trying to keep this as much of a mystery for you guys. I would say as for me, but I know what it is. I was thinking about going through all my mystery canvases actually, and finding one that's almost exactly a dead perfect square, ordering release papers from Crafts with Crashly with numbers on them and getting them in the 4x4 section. And then do like a mystery wheel, and I do a section a day or something like that, because I've seen a lot of other YouTube content creators do it. Some are doing it for an events from Dragonfly and Diamonds, I think that's her channels, right? That's for her Patreon members. I was just going to do it for the fun of it, but I'd have to go through and try and find one that's almost a perfect square, because the canvas would be constantly being opened up and I would be doing it in different sections, just not one section, and then going down the row like I am here. Or if I could find a way to do it, I could do one like a year-long whip and make really small sections and do one a day for 365 days a year. That would probably drive me nuts. I would take my good old time on it. But I was thinking about doing that a while back, and I saw the Queen of Diamonds, Jenna, talk about hers, and she's enjoying it that way on her mid-month review. But it's just a lot of prep, and then I'd have to keep a storage unit in use the entire time. And it's not like I haven't done something like that before, but then I was also thinking maybe I could do like what Summer did. Well, she's working on it right now. Do a year-long whip and pick one of my kits that are like a panel size. Like I have, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Like she's doing a cross stitch conversion from Jada Gem Shop, and I can't think of the shop. And she has it sectioned out in 12 months, 12 sections, one per month. And then she brought that up, that possibly doing that with one of her other whips, canvases. And I'm like, ooh, I could do that, but I also have a handful of other little things I'm going to be doing in 2026, so I don't want to add that if I don't have to. That could be a 2027 project. I did this color and I just totally forgot these three, that's all. But Monkey's Uncle, I totally forgot those. So hold on, you're gonna actually get a little extra, because I was gonna be done, but can't believe I forgot those. 24. So yeah, like I know I have things for 2026 planned to do every month already, and I'll explain that later down in December. But the whole year canvassing might wait till 2027. I don't know yet. So yeah, I think that's everything from me today. So if you haven't, oh my god. So if you haven't, please hit the like and subscription button. It does help the channel out a lot. We are slowly growing. Let me know down in the comments what you think this mystery kit is going to be of if you haven't seen my month in review from August. And you know what? Hit the notification button to be notified for when I post videos. If you haven't seen any of my past videos to know what days are, days-wise, just jump back and watch them and find out. I'm trying to cut a lot of stuff down and out. And I think that's one of them. But other than that, have a nice and safe day, and I will see you later. This is Diamonds Around the World. Have a good one. Bye.